Yes, good morning everyone. Welcome to the math class. Wait for a few minutes. We'll start our session. Right. In the last class, in exercise number 1.6, we'll discuss few problems. I think till fifth problem we'll complete it. Okay. Just you can go through for a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the sixth problem in the same exercise. Sixth problem, the same exercise. Okay, what is the question they will given for the sixth problem? Read the questions carefully. In an examination, 50% of the students passed in mathematics. Okay, that 50% of the this is the information based on passing percentage of students in few subjects. Okay, especially they will given two subjects, mathematics and science. Okay, in an examination, 50% of the students passed in mathematics and 70% of students passed in science. Okay, they will given the pass percentage of the two subjects. For mathematics 50% and science 70%. While 10% students failed in both subjects. Okay, 10%. Okay, here they will given pass percentage of maths and science given. Also they will given another information, the fail percentage of both the subjects. Both they will fail in science as well as they will fail in mathematics. Okay, both the subjects. The fail percentage. While 10% students failed in both subjects. 300 students passed in both the subjects. Okay, they will given the student count. Okay, 300 students is passed in both the subjects. Find the total number of students who appeared in the examination if they took examination in only two subjects. Here you want to identify how many number of students are appeared in the examination. Okay, that information you want to identify. Listen carefully, students. Here they will given the pass percentage of mathematics and science. Okay, the pass percentage of mathematics and science. Okay, exercise number 1.6. Question number 6. Exercise number 1.6. Question number 6. What is the information they will given? The pass percentage of mathematics. Or simply writing as that passing percentage or pass percentage. Pass percentage. So I will write the title as pass percentage. Then mathematics. First one write as mathematics. That mathematics, how many percentage? 50% of are passed in mathematics. Pass percentage for mathematics is 50%. And science. Science is 70%. Okay, science is 70%. Okay, 70% of pass in science subject. Okay. Also they will given fail percentage. Okay, fail percentage in both subjects. Okay, failed percentage. Failed percentage. Failed percentage in both subjects. Okay, failed percentage in both subjects. Which is equal to fail percentage in both subjects is equal to 10%. Actually, the problem is related with only pass percentage. Okay, I don't want that fail percentage. Okay, listen carefully. The problem is based on only pass percentage. I don't want the information about fail percentage. Okay, actually in total there is 100%. Okay, 100%. There are 10% failed percentage in both subjects. Okay, we'll consider each and everything as for 100%. This is also will connect with 100. This is also will connect with 100, and this is also will connect with 100. For 10% is failed in both subjects. Now, how many percentage of students passed in both the subjects? 100 minus 10. Okay, we'll write the pass percentage. Pass percentage. Pass percentage in both subjects. In both subjects, it is equal to both subjects. Both subjects is equal to 100 minus 10, which is equal to 90%. So 90%. Better the mathematics, you can call it as n of a, and this one you can call it as n of b, and common both na intersection. Okay, both na intersection. We'll call it as n of A intersection B. Okay, what is that n of A union B? What's the formula for that n of A union B? N of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. So you're asking one doubt. So yesterday I told we'll solve all the problem by Venn diagram. But now why are you using that formula? Very simple. Yesterday we'll done the problem like they will given only the same information, especially for pass percentage, all the information related with only pass. But here they will given pass percentage for each subject. Also they will given the fail percentage for both the subjects. Okay, that's some other data they will given. Yeah, but also here we want to identify the total number of students appeared in the examination. Okay, in total you want to identify. They will given another information. Yeah, what is the another information? How to identify the total number of students in the or how many number of students appeared in the examination? Okay, they will give one information. What is the information? 300 students passed in both the subjects. Okay, the 300 students are passed in both subjects. That is one information they will given. Okay. Then n of A and B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Just will simplify 50 plus 70 minus 90. Then 50 plus 70 is 120. 120 minus 90. That is 30%. That is 30%. Okay. For the first two statements, using the first two statements, I'll come to that one information that n of A union B is equal to 30%. What is the meaning for n of A union B? Is at least. Okay, that n of A and B is called that at least one subject. 300 students passed in both the subjects. Find the total number of students who appeared in the examination. Yeah, the 300 students. The 300 students is related with the 30%. For example, for number 100. Yeah, what is that? 8% of 100. How to identify 8% of 100? What is the quantity of 8% of 100? Yes, you can quickly reply me. What is the 8% of 100? What is the value for 8% of 100? Yes, what is the answer? 8% of 100. No, that is wrong. That 8% of Anna, that 8%, that is 8 by 100 into 100. We'll simplify. What is that value? 8. I want this value. Yeah, it is not 8 by 100. 8 by 100 into 100. Just will simplify. Therefore, that value of 8% is equal to 8. Okay. Therefore, the value of 8% is equal to 8. So for 100, 8% of 100 is 8. The same idea I can apply here. Okay, first till this you can copy and then I'll come to the conclusion for this problem. Till this you can complete now. Student, listen carefully. Approach the sum carefully. Here they will given the information about pass percentage of the two subjects individually. Also they will given fail percentage of both the subjects. But I want to find the pass percentage only because the information is related with only pass percentage. In the next step, I want to identify the total number of students. Okay, better I'll directly write. I didn't confuse yourself. Total number of students. Total number of students appeared. Total number of students. Total number of students appeared in the examination. Total number of students appeared in the examination. Total number of students appeared in the examination. Okay, now I'll come to the conclusion. Up to this you can complete and then come to the conclusion. Okay, I'll write here. I'll write this part. Yeah. The total number of students appeared in the examination. After this line, which is equal to, we'll write the sign, which is equal to the 30%. The 30% of the total, which is equal to 300. Yeah, actually, how to get the total number means, everybody listen carefully. Just you can recall your percentage. Okay, I think your 7th standard, 8th standard learn about the percentage the idea. That's not right. I'll explain with the example, and then you can have a clear idea. Okay. The 8% of total, 8% of total value is equal to 8. Yeah, just you can think about this example. This is the example for your understanding purpose. Yeah, 8% of total. I don't know the total. What is the total amount? Okay, the 8% of total amount equal to 8. Then what is the total value? That x value. How to identify the x value? It's very simple. X is equal to 8 into 100 by 8. Then what's the value of x? X equal to 100. This logic I'll apply here. That's all. This logic, okay? This logic I can apply here. Look at the statement. 300 students passed in both the subjects. Okay. For both the subjects now, okay, it may be science or mathematics. Okay. Here I got the pass percentage. Okay, that's the 30% is the pass percentage. Okay, this is the 30% is the pass percentage. For 30% related with how many students? 300 students. Okay. I think don't write equal. The total number of students appeared in the examination. Write as a title, and you can come to the conclusion that is 30% of x equal to 300. Yeah, I want to identify x. I want to identify x. X is equal to 300 into 100 by 30. Then 3 table cancel, it becomes 100, and you can cancel 1 0. Therefore, what is the total number of students appeared in the examination? 10 into 100, 1000 students. X is equal to 1000. X is equal to 1000. That is the answer. So x is equal to 1000. That is the answer for 6th problem. Student, listen carefully. Again, repeat this problem, because the problem they will given the 2 information. One is pass percentage, another one is fail percentage. Okay. With the fail percentage, we didn't do anything. Okay, because all the thing is related with only pass percentage. That's why I'll identify the pass percentage in the both subject is 90%. Okay. Then here that n of a and b is equal to n of a plus n of b minus n of a intersection b. Just we can simplify that is 30% of students. Okay, the 30% of students whose count is 300. That is only the second statement they will given. 300 students passed in both the subject. Okay, the 300 students whose percentage is 30%. Then 30% of total. I want to identify the total. That is x. Okay. Think about the previous example, that 8 by 100 into x equal to 8. The same example, you can connect this concept, then you can easily identify the answer for this problem. That's all. Nothing in the problem, but don't confuse yourself. That's all. You can complete this problem. Because what is your confusion means? You without that fail percentage only have some confusion. Okay, but without using the fail percentage, but using the fail percentage only, you can identify the pass percentage. Then you can simplify. You got the answer. Okay, next I'll move on to the 7th problem. Question number 7. Yes, hope you all complete this problem. Is anybody having any problem with this question? Okay, read the question carefully and you can write the given information. Okay, because just I'll transform the information. Okay. for your understanding, first you can transform the information. Okay, whatever they will given the text, no issues. Just you can convert the given information. These are the given information. First 3 line is the given information. Okay, from the given information, what you want to identify from the given information. Okay, that is you can clear about your concept. Then only you can got the correct answer. Yeah, but this idea is very, very simple. But you didn't think about this idea. Actually, learn this idea in your percentage concept. I think 7th or 8th standard they learn this idea. Okay, they will given the percentage. Also, they will given some few value. Okay, then you can connect how to identify the total. This is only the idea. Okay, next one. Read the next problem. A and B are the two sets such that n of A minus B is equal to 32 plus x, and n of B minus A is equal to 5x, and n of A intersection B is equal to x. Illustrate the information. Illustrate the information by means of Venn diagram. Okay, first we'll illustrate the information in the Venn diagram. Definitely you must represent these information in the Venn diagram. Then they will given n of A is equal to n of B. Calculate the value of it. Okay, we'll draw the Venn diagram for the 7th problem. With the Venn diagram only we'll solve the 7th problem, because the question itself they will strictly mention illustrate the information by means of Venn diagram. For the illustrate the information in the Venn diagram, they will provide 1 mark for the illustration. Okay. Already you know what is A minus B and what is B minus A for in the Venn diagram. Okay, I'll draw the Venn diagram. Okay, fine. So the 7th problem. This is the Venn diagram. A and this is B. A and B. What is your A minus B means? To remove the element of B from A. Okay. This portion only is A minus B. That n of A minus B, the number of elements, that is 32 plus x. This is 32 plus x. And n of B minus A, this portion is called B minus A. That they will given us 5x. N of A intersection B is equal to x. Okay, the given information. Write down the given information first. N of A minus B, 32 plus x. N of B minus A, x. Oh, sorry, 5x. N of A intersection B equal to x. Also, they will given n of A is equal to n of B. Now we can look at the Venn diagram. Okay, now we can look at the Venn diagram. Now we can say what is your n of A. What does mean by n of A? The cardinal number of A. How many number of elements in set A? Okay. Look at the set A fully. Look at the set A fully. Look at the set A fully. Now we can tell me what is the element of set A. The 32 plus x also x. Okay, 32 plus x then plus x. That n of A is nothing but 32. Just one. Yes, 32 plus x plus x. Is it clear? For example, here, listen carefully, students. Here I didn't write the element of the set. Here I am writing the cardinal number. That's why I'll add. For example, the n of A minus B is consists of 3 elements, and n of A intersection B consists of 1 element. Now 3 plus 1, total 4 elements. Okay, that is the way I'll write here. Okay, that is only the meaning. Okay, that is the meaning. Here 3 elements and here 1 element. 3 plus 1, 4 elements. Is it clear? It is not writing all the elements of set A. Here I am counting the elements and write. For A minus B, I am having 32 plus x number of elements. And here I am having x number of elements. Then we can add 32 plus x plus x. And next, n of B. N of B is nothing but in total. Here I am having x and here I am having 5x. X plus 5x. The number of elements. Okay? The number of elements. X plus 5x. That's the number of elements. X plus 5x. Now we can simplify. 32. X plus x is 2x. X plus 5x is 6x. And the 2x will move on to the next side to simplify. 32 is equal to 6x minus 2x. 32 is equal to 4x. I want to identify the value of x, and 32 divided by 4, which is equal to x. How many times? 8 times of 32. Okay, 8 4s are 32. Therefore, the value of x is equal to 8. What is the question they will ask? Calculate x. First one, to illustrate. Okay, to illustrate the given information. Okay, to illustrate the given information in the Venn diagram, that is 32 plus x belongs to n of a minus b. That n of the number of element. Okay, number of element in the set a minus b, and number of element in the set b minus a is 5x, and number of element in the set a intersection b is x. Okay, here I can add. Okay, how to choose the things? Let's just add, because number of element. Yeah, this is for n of a minus b, and this is for n of b minus a, and this is for n of a intersection b. N of a is nothing but add these two elements. Okay, add these two elements. Suppose here 3 number of elements, here 1 element. Now 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Here 1 element, here 7 elements. Now 1 plus 7 equal to 8 elements. Okay, that's all. That is only the idea. Okay, don't bother about the x or some other things. Okay, don't bother about the x or everything. Just you can simply consider. Here I'm having 3 elements. Here I'm having 1 element. 3 plus 1 is 4, and 1 element with 7 element. 1 plus 7 is 8. That is only the idea. That logic you can apply and simplify. You got the answer for A. Complete this problem for this representation. Suppose 3 mark problem for the representation 1 mark, and this step is 1 mark, and final answer is 1 mark. That is totally 3 marks. But most probably they will ask this problem only 2 marks. Okay, for this step 1 mark, and final answer 1 mark. That's all. 2 marks only. Student, again repeating. Yeah, once you read the problem twice or thrice the time, you must go through the problem. Then only you can understand what is the information they will given, which information you want to identify from the given information. Yeah, twice or thrice the time, you must read the problem carefully. Then only you'll come to the conclusion. Yeah, here I'm using the idea addition. Okay, that addition, how we are adding the element only. Yeah, this is the number of elements. This is also number of elements. That's why I'll directly add. For in this exercise, everything is based on the cardinal number. That's why we'll add only. Add or subtract. For the number of elements. Okay, that one you can keep in your mind. Okay, once you have finished this problem, we can try for the next problem. 8th problem. Out of 500 car owners, investigated 400 owned car A and 200 owned car B, and 5 owned both. Out of 500 car owners, investigated the 400 owned car A and 200 owned car B, 50 owned both A and B cars. Is the data correct? Okay, is this data correct? For example, you can consider any 2 brand of cars. Okay, it may be any branded there available in the market. Okay, just you can consider they will investigate 500 car owners. Okay, for example, type A car. There are 400 owner has the type A car, and type B car 200. Then 50 both the car. Yeah, that A and B type car they have. Okay, then if this data is correct, okay, if the data is correct, you want to check the given data is correct or the given data is wrong. In total, how many number of cars? 500 cars. Okay, which means that is n of A union B. That's a universal set, or you can consider this the n of A union B. For the 8th problem, number 8. Given N of A union B is equal to 500. Type A car, that is N of A 400. N of B, type B, that is 200. Both the car N of A intersection B, that is equal to 50. Now we can check N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. Now your data is correct, otherwise your data is wrong. So just will verify the result. Just will verify the result. What is the result? N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. Just will verify. Substitute here. N of A is equal to 400. N of B is equal to 200. Then N of A intersection B is equal to 50. 600 minus 50, which is equal to 550. What about N of A and B? That is equal to 500. The N of A and B is equal to 500. Therefore, N of A union B is not equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. What is the question they will ask? Is this data is correct? Okay, is this data correct? That is the question. What about this conclusion? This is not equal. Your data is correct. No, the data is wrong. Okay, the given data is wrong. Here 500 not equal to 550. Therefore, N of A union B not equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. The data is incorrect or wrong data. That's all. Okay. If any information is wrong. That's all. That's the solution for 8th problem. If the data is correct, that's the question they will ask. I will come to the conclusion if the data is wrong or incorrect data. Okay, after complete this problem, I'll explain with one note and then I'll move on to the remaining problem in the 6th phase. 9th one, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13. Based on the note, we'll solve this problem. Yes, at the end of the problem, we'll write if the data is incorrect or wrong data. Okay, what's your convenience statement? You must write the statement. Student, today's class will discuss 6th problem, 7th problem, and 8th problem. Especially the 6th problem only, I think has some problem. Yeah, because the reason is they will given the two information. One is pass percentage, and another one is fail percentage. Okay, but actually we will done the problem with the fail percentage also. Okay, how we have solved the problem by pass percentage? The same way you can identify the fail percentage for both the subjects, and then you can do the problem by fail percentage. But one thing, they will given the pass percentage of the students only they will given. Yeah, but because we don't know the total number of students here, that's why we'll done the problem by pass percentage. That's the easiest way. Okay, simply get the solution. For using fail percentage, we'll do some more steps to complete the problem. Does anybody try to do the problem by fail percentage also? Okay, this is only the idea. In your textbook, page number 32, there is a note they will given. Go through the note. I'll explain on tomorrow's session, and then I'll move on to the few problems on tomorrow's session. Is it fine? Okay, thank you, students. We'll meet on tomorrow. Your homework, definitely you must go through your Google Classroom on daily basis. Okay, your homework and all is uploaded in the Google Classroom. Then refer your Google Classroom and then attach your homework in your Google form only. Okay, don't send to direct mail. Is that clear? Okay, don't send a direct mail. Hereafter, submit your homework through only Google Form. Thank you, everyone. Go through for your